Algebra 1. This is the week 6 Ed puzzle video. We're talking about linear equation word problems, graphing from slope-intercept form, slope-intercept equation from a graph, slope-intercept from 2 points, writing linear equation word problems. All right, a couple people in this class have gotten started already. So let's start out with Mr. Mole. Mr. Mole left his burrow and started digging his way down. A represents Mr. Mole's altitude. Well, let me get my annotation tool here. Okay, A represents his altitude in meters after t minutes. So there's my units, right? And so this is an altitude. This is minutes. I'm multiplying the minutes by negative 2.3. Why am I doing that? The slope is negative. Mr. Mole must be going down further to the earth, right? Mr. Mole is below ground and he is burrowing down, down, down. All right. So how far below the ground does Mr. Mole's burrow lie? Well, he left his burrow and he's digging his way down. So before he left his burrow, he was at his burrow. Before is a y-intercept word. His burrow is here and he is digging deeper. So what is this point on the graph? It's none other than the y-intercept. And what is the y-intercept in the equation? Well, we know that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. And so the slope is the coefficient of the independent variable, t in this case. The y-intercept is the constant term of the number by itself. That's -7. Make sure you include the negative sign. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, I know what the problem is. So this already says below, okay? So what do you think I need to change? Take away the negative? Oh yeah, all right. So be careful with that. It's a good learning experience. Let's do one more here. A young sumo wrestler decided to go on a special diet to gain weight rapidly. W represents the wrestler's weight in kilograms. As a function of time, t in months. Okay, so the sumo wrestler, there he is. And how much weight does he gain every, that's a slope word. But the slope is every 1 and this is every 2. Okay, so we want to take that slope, right? And we want to, use it, but we don't want to just put the slope right there. So what is the slope? Hopefully from the first problem, you can say, oh, the slope is 5.4. So that is 5.4 kgs every 1 month. So every 2 months, how many kgs? So to get from 1 to 2 months, you need to multiply by 2. So that means on top, we also multiply by 2. 10.8. Let's see if I first try this one. Okay, all right, there we go. Moving on. Okay, graph the line in slope-intercept form. So once again, we have a slope, we have a y-intercept. Start, put point number 1. Start with point number 1 at the y-intercept. That is the first thing that you do. So I'm going to take this green dot, and what is my y-intercept? It's -7. So I'm going to put a point way down here at -7. So I'm just going to write that the y-intercept is -7 in this case. All right, now the slope is next. So use slope to get second point. What's the slope? 4/5 in this case. That means, it's rise over run. It's a positive, so we're going up 4 and right 5. So from this y-intercept, now I always like to just start off with my mouse. And I'm not even clicking anything. I'm just moving my mouse. I'm going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to put a point right there at 5, -3. 5, -3. Ta-da! And now I can even check myself. Y-intercept -7. Draw a little triangle. That is 4. Just check. You don't have to do this. That's 5. Slope is 4/5. It's good. It's good. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we're just gonna. Okay, slope intercept from a graph. So now just going backwards. We want to see what the y-intercept is. -6. So I'll put -6 for the y-intercept because that goes there. And this number, this is the slope, the coefficient of x. So in order to figure out what the slope is, I need 2 points, 2 integer points. We did this a couple weeks ago. And then I just need to figure out my rise and my run. My run from left to right is 1, 2, 3, 4. And my rise is 1, but it's actually a fall because the line is going down. So it's a fall of 1, -1, and then 4. So that slope is -1/4. All right, check it out. It's good. Okay. Slope intercept from 2 points. Very important little process here. So you will be given 2 points, and now you need to come up with the equation. So the first thing we do is calculate the slope, and then choose 1 point to sub in and solve for, number 3 is solve for y-intercept. Okay, so watch how I do it. -10, 3 point, and -8, -8 is another point. So I'm going to find the slope. That is 2, and 3 is -11. Is that right? The slope is -11/2. All right, no problem. It's a fraction. Not going to run away from fractions. This is the slope. So now I'm going to take that slope and I'm going to choose a point, and I'm going to substitute into y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to solve for b. So the slope I have, that's going to go in for m. And I'm going to choose this first point because the numbers are different and it will be easier for you to see. So I'll put that there. So my y is 3, my x is -10, my slope is -11/2. So my y is 3, the m is -11/2, the x is -10, and I'm going to solve for b. All right, so multiply the fractions, negative 110 over 2 equals 3 plus b, and what's negative? That is going to be 55. Negative 55 plus b equals 3. Add that to both sides, and we get 52. All right, that's what I got. That is wrong. I know that I messed up royally somewhere. Okay, so let's figure out, where did I mess up? I'm going to pause the video so you don't have to watch that. All right, so I found one mistake here. The two negatives become a positive. But still, when you subtract 55 from both sides, you do get 52. Oh, negative 52. Wow. All right, so there you go, negative 52. So let's see what we got. We have a slope of negative 11 over 2x minus 52. Let's put it in, see what we get. Negative 11 over 2x minus 52. Oh yeah, raise the roof. See, math is not a race. You just gotta pause the video sometimes and slow down, right? Okay, all right. Last one, back to Mr. Mole. We end at the beginning, okay? But this time, you need to find your 2 points, but it's not too bad, or the slope, or whatever we have. Okay, so Mr. Mole left his burrow, la da 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 da. After 5 minutes, descending at a rate, this is slope. He was this many. Okay, 5 minutes is related to that. So I know this is the point, and below the ground, negative 13.5. We have a point, and we have a slope of 1.8. So what we need to do is we need to substitute those, just like I did in the last problem, into y equals mx plus b, solve for b, and we'll have our equation. So our y is negative 13.5, and our slope is 1.8, and our x is 5. Well, I got some batteries on this guy. 1.8 times 5 is 9. All right. Hey, if you have to make an Edpuzzle video at 10:22 at night, you can use a calculator too, just not on the quiz. All right, now we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. B equals negative 22.5. And so that would make the equation y equals 1.8, negative 1. I have messed up my negative again. He is descending. That is a negative. Hopefully someone has called me out in the class. Okay, that's a negative 9. So we have to add 9. So that means that we are going to get negative 4.5. But again, slow down, check my work, because I am not re-recording this video. I don't have time to do that. All right, so x minus 4. So hopefully all our work with word problems makes this not too bad, but if you struggled with the word problems, then you'll struggle with this one. So negative 1.8x minus 4.5. And if you struggle with this one, put your red problems in there. Be like Mr. Field here, getting them right. All right, guys. Have fun completing the assignments.